Hey, what's up, everybody? It must be getting close to indoor track season because I am getting a lot of video analysis requests. So, seeing that it is Throwvember, hashtag Throwvember, make sure you guys go on Instagram underneath the Coach Matt Ellis uh, Instagram handle. We are doing a Throwvember series all this month. Make sure to check that out. And at the end of the month, we are actually going to be having our first in a long time, our first coaching clinic at the gym here in Rhode Island at Primal Athlete Training Center, and that is going to be happening at the end of the month. It is a custom clinic, and what that means is that when coaches sign up, they are sent a kind of questionnaire that I send to them, wondering what their biggest issues are, what their biggest problems are, what they need the most help with, all that stuff. And then the actual clinic is customized exactly for what they need. So it's a really cool idea that somebody had given to me. I think it's a great way to really personalize the clinic so that you know that you're going to be leaving there with a ton of new information. But for the video here, all that stuff is in the description box down below. Make sure to check that out. For the video here, we're taking a look at Cassidy. So Cassidy is a ninth grader, and she has a PR of 41 feet, which is a great throw for a ninth grader. 41 feet is excellent. This throw here, she is actually going to be throwing a 12-pound shot, an overweight shot put. So if you see it come out of her hand and it doesn't look like it's got that 41 feet speed, that's the reason why. It's a big 12-pound shot. So we're going to take a look here and see what this looks like. Okay, not too bad. Let's see it again. See, you see here, you can definitely tell she is a young thrower. She hasn't been throwing too long, and that she has a lot of power and a lot of strength in her throw. She's able to whip that 12-pound ball with a good amount of force and a good amount of speed when she gets going here. But I think the biggest things to work on are going to be some of the basics, some of the beginner stuff that all throwers need to work on when they are younger. So we're going to go through those now and just sort of make sure that everything is working in the right sequence, make sure that certain things are happening. And I think it's really going to help out a lot of younger throwers out there as well. So Cassidy starts in a great position, foot's flat on the ground. She is angled over. You can see she's got her back nice and flat. That left arm is really close to the ground, and her head is back. This is a really nice starting position. Now here you can see everything gets a little bit wiggly. You can see as she lifts that left foot up, she kind of falls onto the side of her right foot. Her left arm starts going all over the place. She's up and she's down. So there it is. Everything's up. Her left arm comes out. Her left arm goes back. She starts to twist, and her left arm goes forward, and then her left arm goes back. There's a lot of unnecessary movement in the back. So the first thing I'm going to say is that Cassidy needs to just become a little bit more efficient with her movements and a little bit more disciplined with her movements. So when she starts in the back of the circle, let's just start right there. Let's just work on everything staying in line so that when she lifts up that left leg, the left arm's probably going to lift up too. So the left leg's going to lift up, the left arm's going to lift up, and that's it. Don't move anything else. So you can see here she kind of extends the right leg to start the throw. It's extension. The left arm and the left leg go up. And now just bring them back down to where they were. So she does a good job with her leg, but that left arm starts flying around. You can see she loses her balance a little bit. And everything starts to just sort of move around. Everything starts to wiggle, and she loses her balance. And that was one of the things her coach had said in the email, was that she was having some balance issues in the back. So I would definitely, to take care of those balance issues, just really work on smooth, efficient movement. Because she does a good job, she pushes off of her right heel. You can see her left foot comes all the way in, which I like. She stays nice and low, nice and crouched down. That left arm should stay nice and long. She starts to kind of go a little bit too far past the left ankle, but she does do a good job of pushing kind of off that right heel, making sure the right heel is the last thing to touch the ground. So the mechanics are good. It's just there's really not a lot of efficiency with her throw. The mechanics look good, She's doing all the right things. The heel is leaving the ground last. She's staying nice and low as she starts her glide. But then everything kind of, there's a lot of extra movements to it. So we just got to cut down on those extra movements, make the throw a little bit more efficient. Now, we did talk about the left arm, how it's going all over the place. But when she lands in that circle, we want that right foot to be in the front half of the circle, up on the ball of her foot, with the foot facing over here at 9 o'clock. You can see she just puts her right foot down really early. This left foot's nowhere near the ground, and if we were to trace a line, she is still in the back half of that circle. So we want to see a longer glide, and I'd like to see that right foot get a little bit deeper into the front half of the circle, landing on the ball of her foot, with her foot pointed more toward 9 o'clock, more with that 90-degree kind of bend or turn out of the back. So what starts to happen is now, because that left foot is so high in the air, when that left foot comes down, she's going to shift her weight onto her left. See that? How she kind of opened up and all of her weight fell onto her left foot. So at this point, there's not a lot of weight left on the right. Everything is kind of fallen onto the left. See that? And you can tell because she's really open here. And she's really not doing a good job of turning the right knee or turning the right foot. And that's because it wasn't turned initially. And she's flat-footed. So there's a lot of things going on here in this throw. Now, I love how she attacks the throw. That's phenomenal. I love how she's got a nice long finish. Her elbow's actually like bending the wrong way. She's kind of hyperextending her elbow. That's how hard. Like, oh, God. Don't watch this if you're squeamish. Boom! The elbow goes backwards. And she's doing a really good job of attacking the throw. That's wonderful. But look how far that right foot is. Imagine if that right foot was closer. She'd be a little bit taller. She wouldn't have her hips sitting back. Her hips would be pushed over the toe board. She'd have even more extension and even more distance. So a lot of these issues going on in the circle can be solved just by working on really two things. The first thing you want to work on, being more efficient in the back, keeping the left arm back, okay? Staying a little bit lower out of the back, not standing up as much, but just nice, efficient movement, practicing in the back. Landing in the front half of the circle, up on the ball of the foot, with the right foot turned a little bit more toward 9 o'clock, toward this kind of split in the cement right there. That's sort of the target. She's pointing back here at like 11 o'clock. We want that foot pointed all the way over here as close as possible to 9 o'clock. That's going to stop the weight shift because her foot's going to come down a little bit later. The foot's going to be underneath her. It's going to be up on the ball of the foot. The heel's going to be off the ground. That's going to help everything moving forward into that power position. So she won't be shifted as much. She'll be able to turn the right knee down the middle because she'll be up on the right toe. She's going to be back more, so she's going to have a little bit longer of a whip with that left arm. And she's going to have better extension out the front. There's that broken elbow again. Better extension out the front because her right foot's going to be underneath her. It's going to push her hips over the toe board, push her armpit farther over the toe board, and that shot when it leaves her hand, instead of her hand being here, her hand's probably going to be all the way out here. So you're going to get at least another foot to foot and a half on that throw just by extending her body more. So work on those two things. Those are the two big ones. Getting in the front half of the circle and being a little bit more efficient in the back of the circle to kind of save your energy to use it to get into the front half. All right, that's what I got for you today. Quick little video analysis. Make sure, guys, check the links in the description down below to our Instagram page for Throwvember and also to our coaching clinic happening on November 30th here in Rhode Island. Thanks so much, everybody, for checking out the video analysis, and I will talk to you guys soon.